want to take you now to Premier Doug Ford, who is making an announcement in Brampton alongside local MPP Charmaine Williams. Let's listen in live.
Maintaining a high quality of life for all residents. As always, I want to thank my colleagues for being here today in Brampton Centre and thank them for their continued support for Brampton. Now at this point, I would like to ask MP Meninder Sidhu to come and give his remarks. Thank you.
Good afternoon, bonjour et tous. Thank you for that kind introduction, Minister Williams. I would like to acknowledge that we are gathered on the traditional territory of the Anishinaabeg, Huron-Wendat, Ojibwa, Chippewa, and the Mississauga Credit peoples. It's a pleasure to be here today alongside my friend, MP Shafqat Ali, the MP for Brampton Centre, Premier Ford, Minister Williams, Minister Sarkaria, and along with MPPs and distinguished guests for today's exciting announcement, including members from our municipal government. Our government remains focused on building a brighter future, a more prosperous, more resilient, and a more sustainable Canada for everyone. We continue to take strong climate action, grow our economy, and create good middle-class jobs across the country. As we continue this work, we are furthering our investments in the infrastructure needed to support Canadians. Our goal is to strengthen our economy and our communities and to provide new social and economic opportunities for families, youth, and seniors. Public transit is key to the well-being of our communities. It keeps our economy growing, creates good jobs, and connects Canadians to work, school, family, and friends. Today, I'm proud to celebrate the completion of major infrastructure right here at the Brampton GO Station. These changes, supported by a federal investment of more than $1.8 billion to the GO Transit Expansion Project, which will help ease traffic, reduce emissions, and make it easier for Canadians to take transit. As one of the busiest stations along the corridor, this Brampton GO Station improvement will provide a more modern, accessible, and efficient way to travel. Since 2015, our government has made historic investments in public transit to build cleaner communities across the country. As we address the needs of growing communities like the Greater Golden Horseshoe, we are also delivering lasting benefits to Canadians by investing in public transit systems. Projects like this mean that Canadians will spend less time commuting and more time doing the things that they love. By working closely with our partners from the provincial government across from the provincial side, we can build the future we want while taking strong climate action, strengthening the economy, and bolstering communities. When we invest in infrastructure, we're creating stronger communities and investing in the well-being of Canadians for generations to come. I know myself, I know MP Shafqat Ali, MP Ruby Sahota, Minister Kara, and of course MP Sonia Sidhu heard from all the residents in Brampton of what these improvements mean. We know there was a huge backlog of parking in this station right here. It's one of the busiest stations in the region, and we're just very excited to be here.
Okay, we are listening in live to an announcement in Brampton at the Brampton GO Station about the GO Transit Expansion Project. All right, we want to take you back to Brampton, where Premier Doug Ford is making an announcement in collaboration with GO Transit. Here's Phil Verster. Let's listen in.
Making this the 7-day railway service in and out of Brampton, and we're looking forward to making more progress on the GO expansion in the future. Hand over to Minister Mulroney.
Thank you, Phil. Hello, everyone. Bonjour à tous. It's great to be back in Brampton alongside MP Sidhu, MP Ali, Minister Williams, Minister Sarkaria, Minister Cho, Phil Verster, Mayor Brown, MPP Sandhu, and of course, Premier Ford. It's days like today where I'm reminded of just how much we've been able to accomplish as a government. One of my first announcements as Minister of Transportation 4 years ago was right here in Brampton, to announce the introduction of two-way evening GO service and more frequency along the Kitchener line. And that's why I'm so pleased to be here at the Brampton Station today with Premier Ford and my colleagues as we take another exciting step forward to improve GO Transit for Brampton residents. We made a promise to get Ontario moving, and our government is delivering results. Things look a lot different now than they did when the Liberals were in power. To start, we're getting things built. And transportation projects are being built concurrently, not just one at a time. Transportation planning is also focused on the long term, not just quick wins. Under our government, things are changing, and this is good for Ontarians. Premier Ford's collaborative approach to building has brought together all levels of government, federal, provincial, and municipal, to deliver the largest expansion of public transit infrastructure our province has ever seen. We're working towards two-way, all-day, 15-minute GO train service on core segments of the network. And this includes right here at Brampton GO Station along the Kitchener line, which serves growing communities like Waterloo, Kitchener, Guelph, and of course, Brampton. But new public transit isn't the only thing that we're bringing to this great city. Since day one, our government has recognized that for our transportation network to effectively serve all Ontarians, we need to build in a balanced way. And that's why we're also moving forward with Highway 413. I know residents of Brampton and Peel Region are especially excited about this project and the significant relief that it will bring to their communities. All in all, the benefits of our historic investments in transportation right here in Brampton and across the province speak for themselves. They will fight gridlock, provide more transportation options for people, boost our economy, and better connect Ontario's rapidly growing communities. Our government's plan to build a stronger Ontario is in motion, and today is just another exciting step along the way. And now, I'd like to turn it over to Premier Ford. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup.
Well, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you, Minister Mulroney, for that introduction. Before I get started, I just wanted to acknowledge the terrible tragedy that took place earlier today in Ottawa Region. I'm deeply saddened by the loss of another brave police officer, OPP Sergeant Eric Miller, who was senselessly killed in the line of duty. It's just devastating news, and our thoughts and prayers are with his family and loved ones during this difficult time. I also want to offer my prayers for the two officers who were injured as we await word on their condition. Just this past weekend, I had the honor of speaking at the Ontario Police Memorial Foundation Ceremony of Remembrance to remember the police officers who lost their lives in the line of duty over the past year. Tragically, this year, we've added 5 names to the memorial wall. And it's just devastating that next year, we now have to add another name. It's also another reminder why it's so important that we support and recognize our police officers every chance we get, and ensure that they're treated with the respect and dignity they deserve. May God bless our brave women and men in uniform. It's a pleasure to be back in Brampton alongside MPP Sadu and MP, I apologize. We almost transferred you over to the PC team provincially. And MP Shevkot, Minister Mulroney, Williams, Sarkaria, and Cho, and MPP Sandhu. And it's great to see Phil Verster from Metrolinx and MP Sadu. And Mayor Patrick Brown, which is just, I got to tell you about Mayor Brown. He's been a fabulous partner every step of the way. He's helping us in partnership grow Brampton, no matter if it's the new medical university or the hospital or the transit. So we're thrilled to be here today, Mayor, and thank you for hosting us. To mark another important milestone as we deliver on our promise to expand and improve GO train service, including here on the Kitchener GO line, making it easier and more convenient for people to take transit. In one of the fastest growing regions in the province, I remember years ago when I lived here, about 35 years ago, it was a lot smaller. 410 wasn't built. Now look at it. It's an incredible city. I want to thank Phil and his team at Metrolinx for all the hard work that you've been doing day in and day out, making improvements to the bridges, tracks, and stations across the corridor. And as we continue to make these improvements, we recently introduced two-way weekend GO train service between Brampton and Toronto and new weekend Go Bus service serving Waterloo, Kitchener, and Guelph. And today, we're thrilled to celebrate the completion.
All right, we have been listening in live to Premier Doug Ford, who's live in Brampton this afternoon, making an announcement alongside Go Transit, the $1.8 billion in support for the Go Transit expansion project.